Gotta look at the camera. Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. You guys have gotten a lot of these HF-009 antennas from Radioddity, and I'm getting a lot of questions about that ground spike, because it's an issue. It would seem like it'd be very easy, since you can see the screw threads here at the bottom, to unscrew this. I can't get it unscrewed. It's got a knurled part here. You'd think you could use like a thumb screw to do it. This is where your SO239 goes, this is where your antenna goes. I can't unscrew this side either without making a huge mess of things. However, we don't actually need this thing at all. There's a couple of different ways that we can handle this with some hamgenuity and some cheap Amazon products, or even down at your local hardware store, because this is 3/8 24 and we've got some adapters that we can do. And you probably already even have these things if you're like me. I got this for a project a long time ago. This is from Hustler. It is their VP1. Let's switch over to the top-down view so I can show this a little bit easier for you. All right, I need the bottom one of these, and then we can put this away because we don't need this anymore. All right, so like I said, this is 3/8 24, and then this here is a bunch of parts. And I'll link a better version of this, but this is what I have on hand. And if you already have it, there ain't no need to buy it again. Get this thing open, and then down in here, the magic that I'm looking for is it. Don't tell me it's in another bag. It's in a bag in a bag. Oh geez. There we go. You know, you try to be neat. This thing's actually pretty cool. It's for doing a tri-band mount on top of another Hustler antenna. But in here is this magic little piece right here, and it is a 3/8 24 stud. And you might even have a 3/8 24 bolt out in your shop and your grinder wheel and whatnot. So if you take this guy here and you take this guy here, look at that, it screws right in. This is the part that goes into that bottom part. And this is why it's not compatible with most of the stuff that's out there, is because Radioddity, for some reason, built this thing upside down. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. So let's put this stud in, and it goes in super easy. And now what we can do, I showed you guys this a while back. This is my clamp mount antenna, and it's just one of those dipole mirror mount type deals. You can get a single version of this where it's only half, or you can get the double version like this where it is the dipole. And this is more versatile. I want to say it's like $2 more, so why not get this one right out of the gate? The magic is that it's got an SO239 connector on it. And this big black bar here is one of those bar clamp deals that you can use to clamp this thing to your truck bumper, to a picnic table, to whatever you want to clamp it to, and get online. I put this on top of my ladder on my RV, and I'm good to go with getting my antenna on the air. But the magic here is this SO239 connector on the bottom. So this outer part here makes contact with the metal piece, and this is for the other half of the dipole antenna. And then this piece here has a plastic insulator on it, and a little bit of rust too, because I've been using it, that insulates this part, which is your antenna radiating element connector, from the ground side of your dipole. And this doesn't need that thing. This needs a bunch of ground radials. And all you need to do is get a ring terminal or an alligator clip or something and clamp to any part of this shiny metal surface, and you've got a place to put your ground radials on. But this is the magic part here. If I take this, see, this is the rounded beveled end from Radioddity, and then this is the end that I just put in. So this thing actually has 3/8 24 studs on both sides. So if I take this and I screw it into place, I've got me a nice strong antenna mount here. That ain't going anywhere at all. And now we've got this thing clamped to our imaginary picnic table here. This is my ham radio workbench. And if you scroll it up, you can see the base of the Radioddity antenna right there. And like I said, she ain't going anywhere with this config. I mean, besides the slop in the wood down here and the slop in the clamp, but that's really not all that important, and a stronger workbench would make that happen. But as y'all know, I live in an RV, and having a stronger workbench is a weight hazard. I got a couple more things to show you. Let's get back to the bench. So I took this off of my clamp mount, and there's the Radioddity end, and there is my end. So again, we're still 3/8 24 on both ends, and there we go. Can we get that into frame? 3/8 24 on both ends for you. But I have this thing here that I showed in a couple of videos about a year ago or so. I really like this. This comes from my friends over at Gable Radio, and it's got an SO239 end on one end and an SO239 end on the other end, and then some thumb screws here for ground radials, and you can add 2 more thumb screws there, but I mean, really, I do my ground radials in bundles, so I only need 1 of these thumb screws, not 4. But this isn't what we're looking for. I just wanted to show you this because it's really neat that this setup comes with this. In here, it's hidden in here. So you take this thing and you flip it over, and you flip it over, and you flip it over, and it makes this really cute little tiny tripod. And what did I do? I didn't do it right. I didn't put it out far enough. Must be equal. So it makes this really cool little tripod, right? Well, it's kind of upside down right now because it's in the storage position. Slide this piece here out, and this one's got the SO239 on one end and 3/8 24 on the other, and so it has those same ground radial connections. So you want to put this thing in. Let's I'm limited on space here, so give me a little bit of second here. Put this thing in so that it is just a little tiny bit in there, and that gives you some extra height if you're looking for extra height. Or, I mean, there's no reason why you can't shove it all the way down into the bottom. And then there is your tripod for your 3/8 24. But Tio, those legs, they're way too small. I can't make any use out of those legs. I got you. You take this piece here and pull it out. And so now I've got legs that are long, and they come straight out. And then there are these little thumb releases here to widen this out for a nice strong base. And so now I have, how big is this? Knocking stuff over. I've got 26 inches. I've got 2 feet from point to point. You can't even see it on the camera. 2 feet from point to point. Just take my word for it. So 2 feet that way, 2 feet this way, up here, etc. Let's shrink this down and get it back into frame. There we go. Now it's all in frame. So 2 feet from here to here, 2 feet from here to here, 2 feet from here to here. So there's a good footprint. And if that's not enough, get you some sandbags, get you some weights, whatever. The point is that sometimes you're not allowed to put spikes in the ground. So we have to adapt. We have to overcome. Let's put that in there. Like we're going to put the antenna mount on it. Let's take the new end where we put that little union that I'm going to link down in the description for you, because you don't need to buy that whole Hustler thing unless you really want to. And again, you can just go down to the hardware store and get yourself some 3/8 24 all thread and go to town. Take that and screw it in about halfway, and then screw this in, and now we've got a nice strong antenna mount, and I'll get you another view of this. So your 2 foot wide tripod base, I've got them shrunk down, but you can make them longer like I showed you. And then you've got the SO239 down here for your coax cable. You've got your 3/8 24 adapter here. You've got spot for your ground radials, and there is your mast for your HF-009 from Radioddity. Some other stuff that comes with this is those ground radial connections. I think they're in here. The little orange bag came with mine too, so there you go. There is a connection for making up your own ground radial that will fit underneath of this thumb screw for you. Oh, that's spring-loaded. There we go. So you can bundle that up in there. Let's check the radials that come with the Radioddity antenna, because these are banana plugs already, and I bet they just fit. So this is what comes with the Gable antenna. This is the banana plug that comes with the Radioddity antenna. Now it's a little wide, but you could gracefully tighten that down, or you could very easily just make up your own ground radial sets. And more than 3. Sometimes more is better, sometimes more isn't better, but I'm a more radial kind of guy myself. All right, I am a big fan of this Gable setup, and I'm actually going on a trip here coming up pretty soon where I won't be able to take that spike on the airplane. So it's kind of an occupational hazard there, traveling as a ham and needing to take antennas with you and needing to remember to take the spikes out of the setup. I'm putting the Gable antenna away. So I take this and I put it in upside down, and then I take these legs and fold them all the way up, and this thing becomes super compact. That's the size of the tripod. It will fit right inside of the Radioddity case. And Gable gives you the travel bag with it. They give you the SO239 to SO239 adapter. And then even on the side of this thing right here, there is a 3/8 24 on one side and 1/4 20 on the other side. So now this thing becomes a regular camera tripod. It's a pretty slick little tripod, actually. The bag full of accessories to make your own radials. The tripod with the 3/8 24 goes in, and then the SO239 part is already in there. And nice little carry bag. Done. And like I said, I'll leave you a link down below just for this stud, because this stud and this tripod, or this stud and the mirror mount, or this stud and the jaw mount, or this stud and the chameleon mount, or this stud and whatever mount you want to make out of PVC or whatnot, I got you covered. Links down in the description for all of that stuff. I wanted to get this quick tip out there for you because this antenna is really popular right now, and it's actually a really high quality antenna. I got a discount on the antenna too if you don't have one of those, so be sure and check out the links in the description. On the way down there is a subscribe button. I sure would be happy if you click that subscribe button, maybe the little thumbs up next to the subscribe button. That would be so awesome. And if you want to know more about this antenna specifically, I've got a review video on it. If you want to know how to tune a coil-loaded antenna, I've got a video on that for you. Both of those are right over there. And that wasn't supposed to be a gang sign. That's like I'm pointing to that video and I'm pointing to, I can't do that. I'm pointing to that video and I'm pointing to that video. That was awkward. I'm never going to do that again, I promise. I swear. Check out the links in the description. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for being awesome.